ties it in. Okay, so back to the card. This is really simple. This card does not have a lot to it. So now that I have scored that part, what I'm going to do is just attach the lining of the card to the top of the card. How I'm going to do that, I'm going to put tape here, and I'm actually, will probably try to tape around this edges and then add a little glue just to make sure that it all sticks. So I'm going to start with taping this. I'm going to do my best to try to stay in the lines here with this tape. Still not that easy to do. Just want to make sure you don't get tape on the inside to where it shows, because it gets pretty obvious when you do that. Just tape to the tape. And then I'm going to grab my glue. My blue two-way zig glue stick, and I'm going to use that for this little stick out parts right here. And then you can also at this time go back through, and if there's like on the edges, you want to make sure the edges are kind of good and stuck so they don't come apart. So if there's any part where your tape just didn't get quite close enough, you can go back and add the glue. Don't want to do the glue on large portions just because of the way it affects the cardstock, but use them together, it works well. So I'm going to put this up. I've done this before and it helps keep things straight. So I'm going to do this just like that. Try to get them as straight as possible. And then just lay it down, and you see how easy that is, and it's straight. So I'm just going to flatten that out. Around the edges, just make sure I missed a little piece of tape right here. Not a big deal, you just want to kind of flatten it, smush it out. And this is what we've got so far. Now the last piece of this card that you're going to put on is this, and you don't have to use it, but I think it's cute. It adds a little character, adds a little of that brown back into it. And I was trying to go for some cute colors that would also be a little bit more masculine. I'm not really sure that I actually did that very well, but that's okay. So I'm using glue on this, and I'm just gonna run it real quick. I'm gonna make sure that I get all of this section right here. And glue. And then I'm going to go back through and make sure that I got all around the middle part. Okay, I'm just going to place this, and I'm going to actually butt that up again just to see if it'll make it just a little easier. Obviously with getting these types of pieces straight, it's a little bit harder to do. You have to work a little bit harder at it, but it doesn't have to be perfect. Remember, some of the best homemade cards are obviously look homemade. You don't want it to look, you want it to look nice, but it doesn't have to be perfect to be a really cute card. So now that I've got that in place, that's already glued on, and now I'm just gonna go ahead and fold this where I've already scored it. And just kind of slowly fold that over. And then we'll lay it down, face down, and I'm going to flatten it. When you've got two layers like that, it's a little bit harder to do. But so this is the card that we've come up with, okay? And that's the envelope. The only thing I'm going to add to it, because this little part right here I think is perfect for something. So I have this really cute Survivor stamp that I think fits just right. There we go. Right there. And it says, Survivor, I have lived, loved, laughed, and lost. I have cried, mourned, and grieved, hoped, prayed, and healed. I have found strength and truth, beauty, and I am a survivor. So it's a cute little stamp that I found, and I'm going to grab my ink. And since this card is really plain in colors, I'm just going to grab I've got a bunch of different ink colors, but I'm going to grab the white. I'm going to grab the brown ink. And this is just Recollections ink. There's nothing special about it. Since I'm wanting to do this all in one color. I'm going to go ahead and stamp this. Obviously when you're stamping, and I'm not a stamping expert, I know there's a bunch of different things you can do with rubber stamping that makes it special, but for me, two things that I have learned is that you want to press really hard when you're getting the ink on it. You want to make sure that you get all the areas of the stamp, because this stamp obviously is quite a bit bigger than the stamp pad, the ink pad. And then when you put it on, you don't want to press too hard at all. So I'm going to lay this flat to try to get it straight. See if I can do the very best that I can to get it straight on here and centered. And then now that it's laid on, I'm just going to come through and tap it. I don't really know if this is something that other people do, but I think that it's better than smushing, because you want to try to get as little of the extra ink from around the stamp on there. And I've figured out that if you push too hard, that's what it does, because it's just rubber, so it'll push down. But you also want to make sure that you get all the parts of it. So that's what it comes out, and it's got the Survivor stamp on there. Just like that. Looks like it's smudged a little up here, but you get the idea. This is the first attempt at this card, so again, I always say, you know, try it once, and if you like it, then try it again. It doesn't have to be perfect the first time. Usually the first of my cards I never send out. I usually test it and then send it out the second time. So what we've got here is a really cute little quote card and envelope, and it fits perfectly. I did these at 6-inch, the 6-inch dial on my Cricut. If you have any questions, you know that you can contact me at grasshopperluck.com. That's grasshopperluck.com, or you can send me an email at grasshopperluck@gmail.com. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out, and I hope that you have a great day. Thanks.